for over 35 years. I live in the same house. I've watched it change around me, changes that I never thought would happen. I live in the West Ward, right by the canal. Lovely. I live down next to a dilapidated church, the Prospect Street Presbyterian Church, that used to be a very lovely place. When I get up in the morning, you just throw that in. Now she is a person that's lit up, she's not really the lit. I threw that down, she picked that right up. That's what people in our community need to start doing. I can say, when I go outside in the morning, the first thing I go open my door, because I live right next to the canal, and it's beautiful. There's herons that live in there, the geese are there, it's lovely. But then I gotta look and see, how much garbage do I have to pick up this morning? All right? Did they throw any bottles up on the sidewalk? How many people have that issue? When we live in a city, you want to have certain things that are basic. You want to have a safe and clean community. You want to have some quality education. You want to have some entertainment. You want that. And we deserve that. Don't we? I know I'm preaching to the choir, because I know each and every one of you in here is a person who keeps their place nice and neat and sweep up. I even saw a lady the other day, she was actually washing her stoop down. I almost got out the car and ran over to her. I mean, it's important to me. I ride through the city, sir, and I shake my head, and I'm just horrified at what I see. I'm embarrassed to invite friends to come from out of town. And it's going to change. You're doing a great job with these cleanups. Each one of us has a responsibility to do that. And it's not just the ones who are committed, who understand the importance. It's everyone. It's the people that are throwing garbage out of the car. It's the people that are sitting on their stoop with garbage right at the curb and won't pick it up. It's all of us that need to do that. And I'm just going to say this. I might get myself in trouble. I think that it's great for the volunteers that come from other places, like Princeton and the lovely communities in the suburbs, to help us clean up. But I'm not too happy with that, because I can't imagine what they go home and say about the city. We need to do it ourselves. But I'm not going to turn that away, because it's good. But we need to continue what we're doing ourselves for our city. So just that said, young people are the ones also that have to buy into that. I was a first grade teacher. So I know that if the parents are not teaching their children, as they come up, as Stacey said, raise them up in the way that they should go, if the parents are not teaching them, then we're going to continue to have this garbage, this litter, this horrible situation in our city. So it's up to the young people. So today, I was supposed to do something while I'm talking. So I set the scene. That's what I was doing with the garbage. Today, we have some young men from the Seedbell Mentoring Program and from Isles Youth Build. And they're going to do a very brief presentation about what they think of the city and how a city should be. Not just our city, but any city. As soon as I get these scripts here, I did my job well. I would like to present to you at this time, not all of the gentlemen that are in that group, but some of the members of the Seedbell Mentoring Program and the Isles Youth Build Institute.
I cannot believe Jamal missed that open layup today, bro.
Yo, bro, could you buy someone's buggy? That man really got his ankle stuck. Bro, what are you doing? Pick that up. Man, what are you talking about? There's trash all over there.
But does that make it right? Man, why do our communities have to look this bad? Don't we deserve better? Some inner cities, once beautiful places, are beginning to show their age. Vacant and disintegrating buildings replace the once glorious structures that they once were.
Weeds are creeping. Trash is seeping onto every sidewalk, alley, road, and park. I've been told Trenton used to be a better place with department stores, movies, and clean spaces, but I've never seen it that way.
All I have seen is devastation in this city that I call home. But will it continue to be this way? Who can make it change? What changes do we need? Is it my job? Is it yours? Don't we deserve better? I think it is a job of all of us. The young, the old, the black, the white, the brown. Together we can do this. We must do this.
If not now, when? If not us, who? I deserve a clean, safe city. I am not afraid to do my part. I deserve a quality education. I am worthy. I am not afraid to try. Who am I? I am your future mayor, teacher, city councilman, fireman. I deserve a brighter future. I am not afraid to do my part. What is fear? Fear and apathy will cripple us.
That's right.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
That's right.
We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are we not to be? Why should we accept the minimum? Dirty neighborhoods and unsafe communities? I deserve better. I am a child of God.
I will not settle. I will not be satisfied with the unacceptable. Being quiet does not serve the world. Our words will invoke an uprising in our communities and change agents that really make a difference.
We were all meant to shine. We deserve a better place. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just some of us, it's in everyone. We can make this much needed change.
And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give people other permission to do the same. We can do this work. Yes, we can. I will not be afraid. I will not be complacent. We can improve our community.
I am not afraid to speak out and demand change. I deserve a change. We all deserve better cities. Together, we can do this. Come on, guys, let's pick this trash up.
Without further ado, I want to bring to you a man that, from a distance, a man that I admire, that I've watched him do the work. Remember we talk about do the work? And so people can say whatever they want. I don't hear too many bad things, but I'm saying if you want to say whatever you want, I look at the work, right? So Jesus told the disciples, he said, listen, you should know them by their fruits, right? So, because what happens is some people can talk, but they can't even produce it. Some people talk like they really think that they can do it, but they just don't really know. So what you have to do is watch their fruits. And you should know them by their fruits. And I've watched this man's fruits. And I've watched the work he had to do, the work that he's doing. And I appreciate him. And I said, if we're going to talk about together we can do this, I say no better person today than to bring in the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, brother, Mayor, Mr. Ras Baraka.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Let's give Stacey a round of applause, please. He's right, he'll be on you. Make sure this happened today, did everything in its power to make this happen. But you know, I was glad to come back down here. I was here earlier for another event where I seen the young men perform. It was just an awesome experience for me. Even coming from Newark, it was awesome for me to see these young men perform and look so strong and healthy and bright. It was exciting, and you know, I said if they ever invited me back, I was going to come. So I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here with my Howard buddies as well. You know, Sam and Kev, we were at Howard together. You know, hopefully they're not telling y'all no stories about what happened down there, but it's good, and I just want to thank the mayor for being present too. Mayor, we'd be glad to have you present, and you know, I feel because I know you're busy, you know, because I'm busy, so I'm honored to have you sit here while this is going on. You know, this is an event that's incredibly necessary. It's more necessary than I think the people realize who are putting it on, how necessary this event is. it is more necessary because of the time that we live in.
Yes, sir. All right now.
We live in a very dangerous period. Sometimes we gloss it over and we try to pretend that everything is okay, everything is not okay.
Come on.
We live in a very precarious time for adults. So imagine if you are a child, and then imagine if you are a black and brown child.
Come on.
Imagine if you're a black and brown boy. In these communities, it's very, very, very hard for you trying to figure out what's happening. And I know we live in New Jersey, and we think that New Jersey is a liberal state.
Come on. Tell it.
We're a blue state. So, this is where Democrats are. And, in New Jersey, our children are 30 times more likely to go to jail for committing the same offenses as other people's children.
Come on.
30 times.
Come on now.
We are, where the wealth gap is so astounding, it would take over 200 years to fill. 200 years. The median net worth for white families in this state is $271,402.
All right.
$271,402. Median net worth. Median net worth for Latino families is $7,020. Those numbers, just listen to those numbers.
Come on, bro. Come on.
And the median net worth for black families is $5,900.
All right.
Come on now.
And the fourth most segregated school system in the nation.
Come on.
Most segregated school system in the nation. Segregated by race and class.
Come on.
What's happening in your neighborhood is not by happenstance. I know some of you think that all you have to do is make enough money and move out of these places where the zip code can determine your life expectancy, the quality of your education, or the health services you receive.
Wow.
Well, the data has shown us that even poor white families have greater choices to move in more affluent neighborhoods than middle income and affluent black families.
Come on.
One more step, even if you grow up in a household where the family is middle class or greater in the black community, that wealth is not necessarily transferred onto their children, that those kids are more likely to grow up in poverty or working class, so we don't have generational wealth. That's why that gap exists. We don't have, so you thought if you got a little cash and you moved to another neighborhood that was going to prevent you from having the same experiences that everybody else experienced, but somehow you lived well and your child is left after you go with the same thing because you haven't attacked a systemic problem. You thought the problem was their problem or his problem or her problem and not our problem. And I think that's what together means, right? Right. We begin to look at it as our problem. Right. Sometimes we get a better job, and we should, and we feel good, and we take care of ourselves and our family, and we go somewhere else, and we realize when we get older that our kids are falling into the same situation. The system is designed to catch you wherever you are. There's no rock to hide under, no place for you to go, no school you can run to. This thing is designed to catch you wherever you plant your feet. So it's important for us to deliberate purposefully. Our problems are systemic. It ain't just the way people feel about you. These issues have to be addressed systemically, purposefully, and deliberately because these problems were created on purpose.
That's right. That's right.
And they should be dealt with intentionally and with focus and with deliberation. That's why the Seed Male Mentoring Program is important because it's deliberate. It's focused, it's on purpose. It's targeting specific children in specific places on purpose. Not a wide net to catch anybody who shows up, but to catch specific kids who are having specific problems because they live in a specific place and have specific issues that were created specifically for them.
Come on now.
I don't want to scare you, but I just want to tell you what's going on, recently the State Pension Board took a vote. The State Pension Board took a vote to determine whether they should take their investments out of Nike, New Jersey. And they voted unanimously to study whether they should take their investments out of Nike because the Nike supported Colin Kaepernick. Yeah. A high-level executive at St. Barnabas, and I'm going to say it. Is being publicly attacked because she asked were officers going to be trained not to shoot black boys. All right. Everybody was up in arms about that. They're up in arms about what she said, but they're not up in arms about the conditions that exist. Matter of fact, why you think the city of Newark is under consent decree? Because we've treated black people substantially different all over the country. We strangled them for selling cigarettes, shot them in the back at traffic stops, and in some instances, point-blank range while they were wearing seatbelts. Children murdered for playing with toy guns, for wearing hoodies in the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time. Shot in their cars for playing hip-hop music too loud. Someone needs to focus on our children, our families on purpose right now. So what she said was not wrong. It's not a mistake. And I know somebody is going to put it out there and say that the mayor said it. Make sure you say I said it right. As a matter of fact, somebody ought to be trained not to shoot black boys. Somebody should be taught that black boys are human. Somebody should be taught that they're actually boys, that because they're 14 doesn't make them men. That they're not dangerous and ugly and monsters, and when we see them, they're automatically violent and should be treated violently and hurt. Somebody ought to train somebody not to shoot our children. Hell, we need to train our own children not to shoot themselves. I don't see where the problem is, except that people grow uncomfortable when you start saying the word black. All right. They get uncomfortable when you say, oh, who's going to stop people from shooting black people? Well, yeah. Somebody ought to say it.
That's right. That's right.
It's our job to protect people who say things like that.
Right.
I'm not offended by it, and I don't think it was offensive. I think what's offensive is the fact that you believe that we should be silent when our babies are dying.
Right.
That's offensive. That's why I want to commend the folks that are here today, because I think they're doing an incredible job. Incredible job to help black boys to love themselves more than their enemies want to destroy them. To be brilliant and bold, but also to embrace their fear and their weakness, to seek victory knowing failure awaits them along the way. To not give in, give up, turn away, but to look for hardship. To face adversity and pray for difficulty to come, knowing that wherever you walk, God will walk with you. Prayer should not be to avoid pain, but to endure it. The devil is here to put obstacles in our way. To create doubt, to master you through lies and manipulation. To get you to reject your history, your power, and the most important and strongest thing you have at your disposal is your mind. All these young boys, the guys that were here, the most powerful thing is you have is your mind. Because it's your mind is what everybody is after. Right. They're after your mind. Yeah, they need your mind because they can take away the chains, but you'll still line up to get in chains. Right. Come on, brother. They don't have to hang you from trees or light poles, just give you access to drugs and guns. They don't have to make reading illegal, just get you to abhor books and remove your image from them. Make you feel guilty for asking to see yourself in the educational process. Hide your brilliance on purpose. They don't have to drive you into poverty. The system is designed to keep you poor. Designed so the opportunity for you to go to jail is greater than the opportunity for you to get a high school diploma. The opportunity for you to get a college degree is less attainable than it is for you to buy an automatic weapon in your neighborhood. That's why we need fearless and creative young people. Born not out of trepidation and cautiousness or deal making. You can't get fearless children with scared adults. The babies are scared because you scared. You can't change your condition because you're afraid to say something. And you believe you're protecting your children when you're actually leading them into the fire. When you don't give them the truth then they can't see what's going on the right way. And they make these mistakes because you think you're protecting them, but you're killing them. And they're running right into the very things that they should be running away from because you won't give them the truth.
Come on now.
Because you're afraid that the truth, that racism is real.
That's right.
White supremacy is real.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Things that are happening in the system are real. That is designed for you to fall down. And I'm not telling you this. I'm not telling you this, young men, because I want you to make excuses. I'm not telling you this. And it ain't fair that you have to be smarter, that you have to work harder. It's not fair. And I know, let me put these notes away.
All right, go ahead.
I know some of us believe that we excel in sports because it's genetic. That's actually a racist statement. We believe that we excel because we were just born better than people physically. I know a lot of black people can't play nothing. I know a lot of Latinos can't dance. You know why we excel? Because it's fair. A first down is 10 yards.
Right.
Don't matter if you're tall or short or fat, what school you went to, what religion you are, who you pray to when you pray, how many times you pray, the food you eat. If you can't get 10 yards, you can't get a first down. It's fair. And when you make it fair, we excel. Not only do we excel, we protest. Because it's fair. A three-pointer is behind that line, baby. You gotta get behind. If you put your foot on the line, it ain't a three. If you jump down the wrong way, it ain't a three. And you know what we do? We master it, we practice it, we work at it, because we know we can do it. In our mind, we know we can do it. See, we messed up because people made us believe we can't do it before we even got in the game. We think we can't win, so we don't even play. We don't even go to the court. We don't even practice. But I want you to practice hard, right? So all the things I told you, the wealth gap is unfair, and it's our job to fix it.
Right. That's right.
We got to change it, challenge it, turn it upside down, not be afraid. You have to see us fighting. But because you don't see us fighting that and fighting each other, you confused. We're not fighting poverty. We fight each other. We spend more time on the internet beating up each other than beating up our enemies. You don't know who their enemies are or what the enemy are, because we can't get together on anything. Because we can't get together, everything is happening to us and not because of us. And then we become whiners and complainers. And we can't even determine who picks up the garbage on our block. We don't know who the principals of our schools. We don't have any power, any authority to change or move nothing, create or build anything. Just whine and complain and fuss and curse each other out. And raising babies in a situation where they see these things happening. When something goes wrong in their community, they should call their damn father. Their mama should show up. But we can't call our father because we don't know where the hell he at. Our mamas is at working all day at 3 or 4 different jobs. Nobody can change the condition for us. So our children don't know what to do. They take matters into their own hands. Y'all know that's what's happening out here. They take matters into their own hands. The problem is, they woke, they just not informed. They tell everybody stay woke, they just not informed. They following people who ain't read nothing, ain't sat on nothing, ain't listened to nobody, haven't studied a thing. Yeah, you wouldn't go to a doctor who ain't practiced medicine, who didn't go to medical school. You following people who ain't read one book. own hands. And they're out here taking matters into their own hands. In our neighborhoods, in our streets, in our communities. You even afraid to go to the store in your neighborhood because the kids are in control of your community. That's right. Well, where the hell is the adults at? The kids are in control of the neighborhood and the family, they're in control. They're in control. They're taking matters into their own hands. That's what's happening. And while, so I'm telling you boys that are in here, all of you beautiful black and brown, brilliant, creative boys, and I see some of you young ladies in here as well. Listen, you can't wait for us.
That's right.
You can't wait for us.
That's good.
You can't wait for them no longer. Sometimes you're in schools and teachers are preparing you for jobs that ain't even going to be in existence anymore.
Come on.
You understand what I'm telling you? People are preparing you for stuff that ain't even going to be around anymore. We arguing with each other whether they should teach penmanship in school when everything is on damn digital computers and everything. Listen, we way behind. I'm telling you what's factual here. We way behind. And I'm not telling you don't listen to your mother and father. I'm telling you don't wait for us. We got too many hang-ups. We too caught up. Our self-hatred has overpowered us. Don't wait. You got to go. And you can't wait for us to get this thing fixed. You got to work harder than everybody else, like the brother said. You got to show up before everybody get there. You got to be earlier than the earliest person. You got to work the hardest. You have to be the smartest. You have to be the most brilliant, the most creative, the most imaginative, and the most courageous. It ain't fair. They could be mediocre. You weren't made to be mediocre. You weren't created to be mediocre.
Come on.
You weren't developed to be regular. You got big problems because you got a big assignment. You got a big assignment. Think of it that way. You going through these things because what you have to do is huge. I can't prepare you for calculus giving you basic math. You got to go through these situations because when you get out of it, we require more from you. We just got to live through it. Be mentally stable through it.
Come on.
Pray as much as you can. Work out and eat healthy every day. Stop putting junk in your body.
Come on.
Live long. Make your mind sharp. And pray because demons are everywhere. The people who you think are with you are not. That's a fact. I don't want you to believe that everybody is your friend. That's not where we live. And I don't want you to believe that everybody who looks like you is for you. And the people that walk with you in your circle are supposed to be there in your circle. Not quit, committed. You know when you get the pain in your side and the white stuff get on your mouth and you get out of breath. You know when there's 2 seconds left, 2 minutes left in that game and it's fourth quarter. You got to be committed to win even when everything else is telling you to lay on the ground. You got to be committed. No matter what your friends are telling you, no matter what's going on in your neighborhood, no matter what's going on in your community, you have to be committed to it, and you have to hook up with people who are just as committed as you. As a matter of fact, you should hook up with people who are more committed than you. Don't be satisfied with being the smartest guy in the room. You're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room. Put yourself in a place where everybody can challenge you, where they know more than you, where they're better than you, to make you get better and strive to do better.
That's right.
That's what we have to tell you.
That's right.
I'm telling you this for survival. You got to live. Be committed to life. And be committed to living. And be committed to taking our community with you. Make your dreams and your ambitions big enough to include us all.
Yes. Wow.
That's what I want you to do.
That's my baby.
You can't hang around this place expecting something else to happen.
Come on now, brother.
When I go to the community, cats on the block, they say, oh, I've been looking for a job. I need a job. You ain't been looking for it on this corner. And people who go with me, I actually say that. I don't pull no punches.
That's right.
You ain't looking for it right here.
Right.
Because ain't no jobs right here. Except the one you have now. If you're looking for something else, you gotta go where they at. That's right. You gotta go where they at. No, nobody, there's nothing for us to do. There ain't nothing for you to do right here. Get out from right here. And if you out there with them, lead them somewhere else. To go where it is. They need to see us. I want to go back to us before I sit down. They need to see us leading.
Yeah.
Everybody come in our community leading us. All these organizations and all these, we have to lead ourselves. Our children need to see us leading something.
All right now.
You don't understand what I'm telling you?
Yes, sir.
They have to see you in charge of something.
Come on.
See you moving something.
Come on.
See you making something.
Uh-huh.
See you building something.
Come on.
See you creating something.
Come on.
They have to see you doing it.
Come on, brother.
Not being a victim of it. They have to see you doing it.
All right.
They know it's hard.
Uh-huh.
You don't got to come home and say it's hard, baby. They know it's hard. They live the track. You think they in heaven while you in hell? Y'all there together. It's hard out here. They already know. It's hard. They had the same sneakers on for 2 years in a row. It's Skippy in the refrigerator. It's rough. Their friends are dying. The school is in chaos. Hell, they know it's hard. They gotta tell kids it's hard. You ain't telling them nothing else, so they rapping about how hard it is. That's all they know, that it's hard. That is tore up. That is terrible. Then they glorify it. I saw on the internet, they got a trap museum. They got a museum showing people the trap house. Oh, man, some of you might not know what that means.
Bring it down,
I'll explain to you what the trap house is. The crazy thing is our kids are brilliant. They just don't know it. So they already know it's a trap. That's why it's called the trap house. They already know it's a trap. Because traps are designed to get you stuck. When you trap, you can't get out. That's what they call it. It's a trap house. They sing about it, they rap about it, they got makeshift guns on the wall and bulletproof vests, they got a prison cell in there, the whole thing. Oh yeah, that's what our children got. An ode to the trap. That's like an ode to slavery.
Right.
A ode to the trap. And there's the big people down there on the internet, yo, I'm right here, I'm at the trap house, the snowman on his bricks, I'm at the trap house, the trap house. They know what it is, but how did they get trapped? Who trapped them? And who laid the trap?
Come on.
You see, the thing about a trap is done on purpose.
Right. Come on, bro.
There's a few hunters in here, I know one especially in the back, who lay traps. They lay traps. You lay traps so the prey can get caught in the trap.
Right.
And so there's some ingenious person somewhere creating traps for our children who know what they like, who know what they need, and are creating a trap. And the trap is so good that they love the trap.
Come on.
As a matter of fact, they run to the trap. They don't have to look for the back door. They don't have to create a back door. Make a back door. They make a back door for themselves. Right? Carter G. Woodson. So the trap is there for them waiting. At 9, 10, 11 years old, they're waiting to grow up just so they can go to the trap.
Come on now.
Matter of fact, they telling their friends about the trap.
All
They
right.
making songs about the trap.
Teach it, brother.
They having parties designed with trap. They got trap clothes and trap shirts and trap shoes and trap hats. Everything is about the trap. As a matter of fact, their whole life is organized around that trap.
Round the trap. Come on, brother.
Come on.
Are y'all understanding what's happening to us in this place?
Come on now.
Our children are falling for the trap.
Right.
And we have not told them, you know what our job is? To tell them, don't go around that corner. Why? It's a trap! Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Yes. But here's where it gets crazy. We tell them it's a trap, and they like it. They say, Dad, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to get to the trap. Look at you. You ought to come with me to the trap. Yeah. And therein lies the problem. I heard a old Dead Prez. I don't know if y'all know Dead Prez. It's a hip hop group. You know, Dead Prez is in one of their songs. Before the song, he talked about a hunter who was hunting wolves. Yeah. And they had a double-edged sword. And they took the double-edged sword and they banged it into the ice. The pointy end to the ice, and there's another pointy end that's coming out. And they take blood and put it on the point of the sword. And the wolf, who's hungry, right, smells the blood on the blade, goes and begins to lick the blood off the blade. And so when he's licking the blood and he's licking and he's licking, he's cutting his tongue while he's licking the blood, right? So the more he licks, the more he bleeds. And the more he licks, he's dying from trying to eat.
Come on.
And so that is analogous to what's happening to us. Even our effort to eat, to survive, is killing us.
Come on now.
Come on. Teaching and preaching.
It's killing us. And we can't get out of it alone. You ain't smart enough as an individual. You ain't cute enough. You don't got the right clothes. I know you went to the school, you think that they taught you everything you need to know. You just don't have it alone. You need it together. All of us together. It's going to take all of us. In fact, it ain't enough of us to deal with the problems that we have. We need as many of us as we can. We have to be, I told them boys, to be committed to living, we have to be committed to protecting their life. That's right. Protecting their life by any means necessary.
Come on.
You have to be committed to their life and committed to their families and committed to raising them in communities that are safe, that are healthy, that are clean, no matter what. No matter who says anything to you, no matter who talks about you, no matter the fact that you're isolated, no matter whatever it is, you're threatening your job, you're threatening this, you have to be committed to your community the same way your enemies are committed to your demise. You have to be overly committed to them. And they have to feel it. They have to see it every day that we are committed to this. As much as we are committed to anything else, we have to be committed to our babies. Every chance that we get. That's why I never pass up an opportunity to speak to young people. Never.
Come on.
Never. If there's anything that I can do is to make sure that they miss that trap.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Then the blood is off my hands.
That's right.
I can go to sleep at night because I told them it was a trap around there and I'm committed to it.
That's right.
To breaking the trap up.
All right.
Your babies are around here, they arguing about whether marijuana should be legal. Your children high off legal drugs.
Come on.
You kneeling over on cough syrup. Promethazine. Yes, sir. The whole world, the whole nation talking about these opioids now.
Right.
People been addicted to drugs in our community 50 years. Your children running around here drinking cough syrup and making it candy all day, ruining and killing themselves, wasting away right here in our neighborhoods, right here in our community. And I had to bring it hard to you like this, y'all.
That's right. Come on.
I had to. Because this is not a Trenton problem.
That's right.
So I don't want you to just beat up on the folks around here because you think it's only happening in Trenton. This is happening all over the state.
Come on, doctor.
All over the nation. Wherever we are in the majority, in the black and brown,
Yeah.
it's happening.
It's happening.
Where poor people are, where black and brown folks are, it's happening.
It's
That's
happening.
right.
Which means that it's systemic. It means that you can't fix it by happenstance. You can't change it just because you mean well.
Right.
You get it? Because there's a lot of well-meaning people that enter our community and our life. You can't do anything in this place just because you got a good idea. You hear me? Just because you think this is great and you went to school and you got a degree, beautiful. We need more than that. We need more than that. This thing is happening to us on purpose.
Come on, come on,
Committed, they were committed to make this happen intentionally.
come on.
How devilish can you be? Intentionally to create these conditions so that our babies are dying.
That's
All
right.
right now.
Talk, brother.
We have to fix it intentionally.
Yeah.
On purpose. Delivery gotta be calculated. Calculated. We don't need promises, we need plans. We need programs.
Execution.
That's what we need. We need you out there every day. Leave it all on the court. Leave it all on the court. I don't leave it all on the court. I don't care. Leave everything on the court. Sweat, blood, and tears out there in the street. Whatever you can think of doing and creating, you got to do it and you got to create it. And you can't pretend that these things are going to change just because of that. They're going to change when you make them change. Some of y'all go and pray and hope God's going to change them for you.
Right, right, right.
You think if you pray hard enough, God is going to change it. But what the hell did he make you for? You praying for change? He gave you a son. He gave you a daughter. You want change? Here's some babies. Here's some other stuff. Raise them up. I put it in them already. It's in their body, in their seed, it's in their mind. They were birthed out of the earth in triple stages of darkness. They were raised to solve these problems that you have.
That's right.
I gave them the courage in their heart. You don't see the courage these boys have out in the street. I gave them the fearlessness.
Come on.
And the brilliance and the imagination to change your condition. All you got to do, Negro, is lead them into the right place. But you refuse to do that. Then you blame God for your inadequacy. Because you're not disciplined enough to guide your children in the way that they should go.
Come on.
Because you're too afraid to tell them the truth.
Come on.
I gave them everything they need.
Right.
They're walking to hell with a gasoline jacket on. They got so much courage.
Come on.
They stand on these blocks knowing they could be murdered or arrested. They see their friends getting killed around them and they go there anyway.
Come on.
They go to the same street, the same block, the same neighborhood. The next day, hours later after he got out of jail, they go to the same block where the pain and the stuff is going on.
Come on.
Every day. I gave them what they need. When you gonna do your part?
Whoa.
Yes.
When you gonna do your part?
All right.
You're afraid of them, but you asked for fearlessness, and I gave you some fearless kids,
Right.
and now you're afraid of them.
Right. Come on now.
But you know what would change them? Some truth.
True.
That's right.
If you gave them some truth and some information, you wouldn't have to do nothing else. Because they're gonna do it all themselves. You know how I know? They've already taken matters into their own hands.
All right now.
And all they need is some information and some truth. And they're going to continue to take matters into their own hands. As a matter of fact, I'm waiting for the day that they take matters into their own hands.
Come on, brother.
When they really realize how to get out of this hole that somebody dug for them a long time.
That's good.
So all you young men that are in here who did that, can you just stand up for me? I don't want to put you on the spot. Just stand up for me, the young brothers. Let's give them some more love. y'all brothers. Come on up here, man. Y'all can sit down. Come on up here. I just want to let you know we love you.
Yes.
You're not on display.
That's right.
This is not display. We need the community needs to say we love you. That we care for you. Right? That we will fight for you. And that we're committed to you. Right? And we thank God every night for you. And if we have it, we will after today. We will thank God for you because we know the answers to our prayers lies with you.
Come on.
Whatever this brother here is doing, you need to be on it. And whatever he's doing, we need to support it.
That's right.
And these other organizations that are working in the community on their own accord, we need to make sure they're not on their own anymore.
Come on now.
We need to make sure we support the work that they do. To make sure that they grow and become bountiful, right? And bring more and more young people. And then bring your cousins, your friends, your brothers. Bring all of them. Fill the room up so the room is more crowded with you than with us. I want to thank you, Trenton, for giving me the opportunity to come out here and vent a little bit. Get a few things off my chest. I appreciate y'all. Anytime, you know, I'd love to come back. I appreciate the mayor for staying here this long. I appreciate you. I'm humbled by that. And I just love this brother over here, man. For the work that he's doing in our community. God bless y'all.
Like this, that's athletic, that loves sports, but still want to do the life skills portion, the development portion. We got to give them love. So listen, at the count of 3, let's just sing happy birthday to Arrington. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.